Amelia, it is such a pleasure to chat with you this afternoon.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
I'm a big fan of yours, of course, on Lock and Key and the other
Oh,
things
no.
that you've done. Such a such a versatile actress, and wow, what a singer!
Thank you. I love being able to learn. I sing all the time, but I'd never had a singing lesson. So I really enjoyed singing in CODA. It was something very, very new.
Mm. Tell me a little bit about your process in learning American Sign Language, because that is, it looked like you had done it for years. Because my wife signs,
Oh,
and
wow, no way.
yeah, she said, "My God, she's absolutely beautiful. It's flowing."
Well, I had a very, very amazing group of people helping me. I trained for 9 months.
Mm.
I was filming Lock and Key season one at the time, so we were working 75-hour weeks. So I really only had the weekends, but I had intense training every weekend with an amazing deaf coach called Anselmo de Souza. And he didn't just teach me ASL, he taught me about deaf culture. Um, and I was so grateful. He was so patient and kind, and he really just taught me everything in preparation for flying out to Massachusetts and meeting Marley, Troy, Daniel, the whole team. I flew to Massachusetts. I worked closely with Anne Tomasetti and Alexandra
Mhm.
Wales, and they were our ASL directors. And they really pushed me. I think they saw that I wanted to know everything and I wanted to learn and I wanted to portray Ruby right and accurately. I didn't want to go to any easy route. I didn't want to take an easy route. I wanted to challenge myself and make sure that I was portraying this role correctly. And then Troy, Marley, and Daniel helped me so much. They kind of took me under their wing and were constantly helping me with signs, teaching me new signs.
Mm.
So I was just so grateful that I had. Oh, and also all the interpreters on our set were coders.
Wow.
So I was able to talk to all of our coders in depth, and hear their different experiences. And I just was very grateful that I had a great, great team and great group of people supporting me and helping me learn.
The other side of this is that you're also learning how to be a Gloucester fisherman, and it's I mean, those families date back centuries and centuries back to the whalers.
Mhm.
Gloucester, Cape Ann. It used to be called Dogtown at one time. It's an amazing history in Massachusetts.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, Troy, Daniel, and me, we all kind of had never stepped on a fishing boat before and never thought we would. And we kind of all went on the fishing boat and kind of became the characters. I was an animal lover, so we went out with fishermen, and every time they turned their backs, I was kind of throwing fish overboard and things. They told me off. um, but it was just a great kind of bonding
Yeah.
experience in a way because the first time I went out on the boat at 4 a.m., we went out like like a proper fishing family.
Hmm.
They were not easy on us. And that was the first day we met. So it was kind of like, nice to meet you. Right. We've got to fish as if we've been fishing all of our lives.
Yeah. The people there are so friendly too, in those
So
small
friendly.
towns.
So friendly. And I think, there were a big group of us filming, and all the people in the town kind of became friends with us, and we were all like a family. I know that Troy and Daniel would always go to Pratty's and they'd hang out with all the fishermen and have drinks.
Yeah. Amelia, this is the second time I've seen this film, and it got better the second time I saw it. And I just wanted to
Really?
end our interview with this last question. What do you think audiences who have not seen the film are going to
Mhm.
pull once they see the film?
Well, Coda is a love letter to family. I hope people can relate. Um, it's coming out at a time where, a lot of people have either been forced to be apart from their loved ones, and then it's also allowed people to reconnect with their loved ones. In my case, the pandemic allowed me to go home and spend quality time with my family. I'd been away filming for a year. So I hope that people watch it and they can relate. But also, it's about a family and it's about a culture that's rarely been seen on screen.
Yeah.
CODA is not representing a universal deaf or CODA experience. This is just one story and
Yeah.
one experience. And I'm really hoping that people, when they watch the film, are firstly going to want to maybe learn more about ASL and deaf culture. I know a friend of mine watched CODA, and she texted me and she said, there's a lovely deaf woman that works in my local shop. How do I say I have my own bags? How do I ask her how her day is going? And it made me very happy because it kind of it opens people's eyes, and it makes you want to kind of learn and know more and include. And I guess also I hope that people want to tell more of these stories because, as I said, CODA is just one. There are so many more out there. So I'm hoping filmmakers, producers, and directors will want to challenge themselves and tell these incredible stories about these incredible people.
Well, I want to thank you so much for your time this afternoon. You're a brilliant
Thank
actress,
you.
and thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me.